How's it going, YouTubers? Cornwolf here. Thank you for joining me for another video today, and today we've got a review of Project Cars on the Xbox One. So if you're still in doubt as whether you want to get this game or not, keep watching this video and hopefully I'll cover all the points and then you can make your own decision from there on whether you should buy this game or not. First of all, this game is fantastic. The guys over at Slightly Mad Studios and WMD, Weapons of Mass Development, have done an excellent job. This game actually started out as crowdfunding on a Kickstarter, and basically crowdfunding is where they will put up an advert to say this is the game we want to make, give you a little bit of a trailer, however we need X amount of money to do that, and people donated in, and what started off quite small actually exploded and got to where it is today. So anyway, onto the game. It's been out just under a week now, and I've been playing it a lot. I'll admit that. Took a day off work so I could nail it, and it's really good. It is a sim game, but I think it's brought something new to the sim genre, especially on a console. So whereas you'd put Forza 5 in the same category, I think they are on slightly different parts of the spectrum in terms of where the game lies in the sim genre. Forza focuses more on the car and the build, and putting your own exhaust on it and different things like that, which we're all used to from the Gran Turismo days and Project Gotham Racing and things like that. Whereas Project Cars has got a pre-built car for you, which is from a race genre of some kind, whether it's historic or current, and then there are tuning aspects to it, but you don't actually change anything with the car itself. So that's where the two are. They're very similar, however the detail that they've gone to on Project Cars is just absolutely insane. The amount of tuning you can do and the setup and things like that, it's just crazy. Look at some of my videos throughout my YouTube channel if you have picked up a copy, because you will need to know how to set up your controller and your force feedback and your wheel and things like that. Now, I don't want anybody to be put off by this, although there is a lot of setup required on a controller. It is for the die-hard fans, but you can also be a casual gamer and also enjoy this game by putting on some of the assists and things like that. Personally, I don't, and I run completely unassisted, and we'll roll with it that way. However, if you're one of the guys that loves a good driving game but you're not quite up to that kind of level, then still pick it up if you like the look of it. You set up your controller, there's plenty of videos out there and people will help you set it up. Once you've got that controller set up or your wheel set up, go out for a drive and you'll absolutely love the game. Some of the best things for me is the amount of tracks on it. I still don't think a week later I've driven on every single track out there. It's incredible. Some people have called it Project British Racing or something like that, because there are a lot of British tracks on there, but who cares? There are also a lot of American tracks and other European tracks. To be fair, the amount of tracks they've got is absolutely fantastic, and it's good to see some of the classic British tracks in a racing game, apart from Silverstone. Yes, Silverstone is probably the biggest publicised track. However, anybody that's a fan of BTCC or historic racing will know that Donington is pretty much the heart of motorsport, because that's where they used to do a lot of the F1 races. However, it went off a little bit, and touring cars go to the likes of Snetterton, Donington, Alton Park and places like that, and these tracks are fantastic and you'll get really good close racing on there, as well as you've got the likes of Monaco or the Azure circuit, Hockenheim, Watkins Glen, which is fantastic, Road America, and on all these different tracks, and it's just great. You've got Bathurst as well, so the amount of tracks is fantastic. Although the cars that they've got in game, there isn't a massive amount. There's only something like 60 or 80 cars in the game. To be honest with you, I don't find it a problem. There are some cars in there there's a lot of cars in there that I still haven't touched. I've mainly been driving Renault Clios, which are fantastic. The Formula Rookie, which is awesome, which is basically like a little F1 car. So the 16 year olds, something like that, will be driving around in these. They're great, which they then go to Formula Golf, which again are fantastic. So you're learning your way up in the single seaters, which I'll touch on in a little minute. With regard to that, all the footage, by the way, that you are seeing is all project cars, just in case anybody has a question about that. The career mode is really good because it gets you to try out different bits of racing and what you like, and you can pick where you want to go. You can start off in karting, although I think I need to dedicate a little bit more time to the karts because I can't quite handle them as good as I'd want to right now. But this game is great. However, it has got a few flaws. However, this is bearing in mind it is only a week old. There is an issue with the controller which they've addressed. They've got a patch in the works for, and that is coming out very, very soon. So hopefully getting that addressed. There are a few issues with pit stops and with multiplayer racing, but to be fair, it's no worse than where Forza started, and that's a AAA titled and publishing company. So from a company that kind of started at nothing and got to where it is today, it's done an absolutely fantastic job. The weather system is fantastic. Once the rain comes in and it's raining hard, you need to get those wet tyres on and get going there. The only thing is the windscreen wiper doesn't move quick enough to get that rain out of the way. Obviously you've got the lights as well, and night racing, it's absolutely insane that you can drive around Donington or the Azure or Bathurst day in day out and you think you know that track 100%. Turn the lights off and go into night, you don't know it for shit. It's unbelievable how it throws your game off. There are a couple of graphical issues which some people may have seen or heard about. There are quite a few, not negative posts, I wouldn't say there's quite a few, there's a few, there is some out there, but at the end of the day, if you've got to make your own decision and see what you think to the game. I think it's definitely worth a shot. I absolutely love the game. There are things that they can improve on, but I work in IT and I know full well that when you initially post something out and you can test it to your heart's content at your PCs and a couple of other PCs, yeah, it's fine, bug free. You send it out to the mass market and they'll pick up every bug that they possibly can. So it's just one of those things that we've got to bear with, but I think it's given us an excellent platform to start off on. If you really love your driving games, want to race on some classic tracks and in some classic cars, then this is definitely the game for you. Drop a comment below, let me know what your first initial impressions are. I think that's all I've got to say about this game. I can't say enough good things about it. There are a few bad things, but I'm sure they're going to patch them and sort them out. And like I say, once they get rolling with it, it will get better. It'll get better. But initially, I think it's an excellent start for them. So well done to Slightly Mad Games, Namco for taking the punt on them to become their publisher and go from there. So again, let me know what you think in the comments below. There's going to be a few more of these videos coming out with how to set up your cars and different things like that. The more I learn, the more videos I'll do. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all soon.